Okay, so hello everybody. The only thing that blocks you for going home or drink a beer is me. Okay? So I really hope that we will survive these 529 slides together. I will do it as quick as possible, and then we are all set to go. Okay? Now, I believe each of you, everybody got this type of cards. We invite you with our partner Particle. Literally, when you go out the building on the right side at 5:30 to a happy hour. Okay, so if my presentation will be interesting, you can have a chat with me later on. And I believe it will be magic, okay? Magic presentation. So today we will talk about, transferring the power of NVIDIA Tau models from GPUs to run on any edge devices, okay? It seemed like how this can be possible, but this is the target of today's presentation. And if we will have time in the end, on the Q&A, the best question will, you will get this very cool book, AI at the Edge, that our colleagues wrote for you guys, okay? So my name is Amir Sherman. I'm, some people say already veteran in the industry, 23 years of embedded AI. I've been working for Aero Electronics for almost 20 years. 6 years in Germany, managed the embedded strategy and technology. I know, so sometimes I don't remember my kid's birthday, but I know all the part numbers in the world. Crazy. And I've been around. I love the hardware pioneer. It's our third year here. And my role at Edge Impulse is Senior Director for Business Development, Semiconductors, and Eco Partners. And today, we will talk about Edge AI and how to utilize in the best way Edge AI. So Gartner said that by 2026, at least 50% of edge computing deployment will be involved machine learning compared with 5% a couple of years ago. And we see this. It's all about edge AI, edge AI. It's clear that we already know about what is with Gen AI, but the value of running some machine learning on the edge is getting more and more and more popular and more requested to solve problems or to have a better solution to your application. Now, how you really scale it, and in the end, it's complex. So one question, who you guys know Edge Impulse? Raise the hand. I know Edge Impulse or I don't know Edge Impulse. Excellent, so very few. Edge Impulse is a special company, and we have here Daniel that worked at Google, and he wrote this book. He will tell you a little bit information about Edge Impulse, and then I will go a little bit more deep dive.
As a data professional, it's incredibly exciting to work with machine learning on edge devices and to build systems that make sense of sensor data. But sensor data can be challenging to work with. It requires a whole new set of unfamiliar tools and skills. Then, when it comes to deployment, it can be very difficult to take a model trained in Python and make it perform well on a resource-constrained edge device. Edge Impulse has designed a suite of tools to help practitioners feel confident and productive during every stage of the Edge AI workflow, from data analysis and feature engineering to optimization and deployment. You can pick and choose which of our tools to use, and they'll integrate seamlessly into your existing Python and MLOps workflows, allowing you to do things like converting TensorFlow and PyTorch models into device-optimized C++ that is quantized for improved performance. Our researchers regularly create new algorithms you can build on, including sophisticated digital signal processing for sensor data and novel model architectures for resource-constrained devices. Everything's based on open source standards, so there's no vendor lock-in, and you can work in your choice of notebooks, scripts, or our own interactive low-code environment. And as you work, our web tools provide easy ways for other stakeholders, including embedded engineers, to interface with your team, understand your work, and make use of the models you build.
Good. So we are today the largest Edge AI ecosystem platform in the world. Most of our competitors have been acquired or disappeared, and there was a reason for that. One is that I need to update the slide, it's more than 120,000 of registered developers. And what I want as an action for today, that each of you when we go back home or to office, you will just go to edgeimpulse.com and register free of charge, and you will see the value for it. We did more than 250,000 of projects in our platform, and we trusted, and we are winning into the market with many, many companies. Now, what exactly we are doing? If you would like to develop Edge AI application, you need to collect data in a one platform. It's all about data, good model, shitty model. So you need to have a very good place of getting the data. After you get the data, and you need to know what you're doing, you need to work in a specific design environment to build your own AI technology, build models. So you normally will use MATLAB or PyTorch or TensorFlow platform, and you need to know exactly what is TensorFlow, PyTorch. You need to be expert in that field. And then you need to test it. The problem is that you need to test it manually in a different platform that you develop by yourself. And then in the end, you understand that you need to deploy it on an edge device. First of all, which edge device, which technology, which code, microcontroller, processor, GPUs, and then I need to shrink the data that connected with the AI model, and normally I will use TensorFlow Lite to do that, so I need to understand what that means, and then I need to deploy it and test it, and then go and do it again and again. Now you can do it. People are doing it. It's man hours. You need an army of engineers that they know what they are talking about. What we are doing, we are replacing all of that in one place. You will collect the data in our platform. You will be able to use and create any type of AI models or bring your own model or utilizing the models that we have. You test it in the platform. You see how it looks. You see the inference time. You see the memory uses. You see power. You see everything what you need to see. And then you choose to where you want to deploy it. And it will tell you what is the best way to deploy in which edge devices. And then when it ends, you can restart over again, and you don't need to be a super expert in everything. You can be an embedded engineer, you can be a Linux engineer, you can be an ML developer. In one place, you're able to do everything. So we accelerate ML development. We manage everything internally. We utilizing the DSP inside the microcontrollers in the best way. Everything in one place. You don't need to jump. And if you have knowledge with Python development, you can go to the code behind it because it's all open source. This is what's special. And this is how it looks like. Very graphic user interface, nicely. Everything should be out of the box experience. Okay, so we optimize it in a very, very easy way. You are paying only for licenses, meaning we are a software license company. We are a SaaS, and you will see in the end our business model. It's royalty free. So if your application is 1 million pieces or 10 pieces, we don't really care. You don't need to pay for royalties, and it's very, very easy to use. So let's look at the product, because I saw that most of people don't know about Edge Impulse. You have 3 ways to use the platform. A low-code one, so you build your ML pipeline with our studio, and you tweak and click all the buttons and see how it goes. You have the no-code environment, where you use the Edge Impulse Studio to build the ML pipeline, but there is a very easy way to guide you through. For keyword spotting, voice activation detection, computer vision applications, sensing data. It's very, very easy. And you can do with your own code. So you bring your ML code, and then you can add it to the platform using PyTorch, Keras. You can build your own model. So no matter which type of phases your company are now thinking about AI, we are able to support it. So we start with collecting data. This is how you collect data. In a very easy way. Everything is a graphic, easy. So, time series data, computer vision data, sound data. It's very easy to do. There is an auto label functionality. Okay. There is Gen AI that's supporting even auto labeling that just announced. And it's very easy to have. Okay. If you already have a data, you can upload the data, Excel data, any type of data that you have. Then you move to the design phase. This is where you spend a lot of your time, because you need to understand the difference between the functionality of your AI model. If it's computer vision, maybe I will use computer vision models, YOLOs and MobileNet, or any type of model that I want. If it's a sound and voice, keyword spotting, or if it's a data, connecting in any type of sensor data, CO2 data, temperature data, you are using the blocks that we created for you. So time series data, spectral analysis data, classification data, anomaly detection block, depending on what you need to use. And this is how it looks like. So you have already the data in a very visual way. You see the clustering of your data. So what is the data that I want? What is bad data? If they need to add noise data, the system is smart to add noise data to your application. And we have a specific compiler that is take it and shrink it under the TensorFlow Lite optimization, meaning that in the end, it's all about edge AI. The target is to make the path for you to deploy it on edge devices that you will see. And then you test it. You test it online. You see easily how the data looks and if there is a clear classification of the data, okay? Because it's all about data that you want to see. And we have a special tuner that what is able to show is able to tell you that in this specific model, you will have 95% of the accuracy. The DSP use is X and the neural network is Y, and then it will reflect the inference time or the memory. So you can move to a 98% of accuracy, but then you see it's more about DSP, so the power will go up. So in the testing phase, you know exactly how you utilize your edge device. Now again, which edge devices you will see, because we are supporting everyone. Sorry. And then you can test it, and you can track it. And then the fun starts. The question that we are getting all the time, which is the best microcontroller or microprocessor? We don't know. We deploy all of them and you can test. So customers are able to come to us and saying, I have my AI model and I want to test an ARM-based solution, a DSP-based solution, and a special neural network solution or a neuromorphic solution. You are able to do it with the platform. So when you want to deploy, we have the largest silicon ecosystem. And by the way, it was my job. So, and then you see, I can deploy to a C++. Okay, I'm getting a C++. I don't know where to deploy. So I'm getting my code in a C++. Or if I play with Arduino, I can use an Arduino library. Or STMicro, because we support CubeMX. Or the latest ARM accelerator, the Ethos U library, it's already in. Or it's going on. I'm working with IAR. Okay, it will be deployed to an IAR project. I'm working with Kyle. It will deploy to a SimSysPack project. Or I want to deploy it on TensorIT because I want to use NVIDIA GPUs. Or latest IPs, so we support ARM. We support Think Silicon that have tiny GPUs. We support TI processors, TI controllers. We support boards, Advantech camera that I will talk later on, 540, remember the Advantech one. Arduino Nickel Vision, and HiMax solution, and Infineon PSOC, and Linux machine, and Nordic Semiconductor with all of the functionalities. And you can deploy to Particle or Raspberry Pi or Renesas. And the list go on and on and on. I can go on and on and on. Just test it and see. So what we're supporting, we support it all. Microcontroller based on ARM. We are able to run anomaly detection on Cortex-M0 Plus because there is a limitation of DSP functionality in Cortex-M0 Plus. As you go on, M3, 4, 33, 7, 55, the latest 85 that you will see that we are supporting. We support all of that. ARM acceleration, the Ethos one. Here, Cortex-M55 with an Ethos U55 or the latest ARM Ethos U65 and even the latest one. I will not say more. Neural networks, neuromorphic technologies, DSPs, processors with and without AI accelerators, any type of Cortex-A cores, we are able to run machine learning there. Neuromorphic technologies, RISC-V, GPUs, AI accelerator, Intel. The list is the biggest list today in the market. And this is what we see from customers, why they love us. Because they don't know where to deploy. What is the best solution? Now, there is no one answer. It depends on the application. In some cases, it will be that specific neural network accelerator because it's super low power, and for that model, it's the best. For another one, it can be a general purpose ARM-based Cortex-M7 because it's best for that. So you have a tool to test it. And this is one out of many values of our solution. Now, again, any sensor, any data, any use cases, normally it will be splitted. So anomaly detections, as I mentioned, Cortex M0 Plus running with 10 kilobytes of RAM is good enough to run your application. Predictive maintenance running on small microcontrollers. Low-end microcontrollers, sensor fusion, classification, normally it's a Cortex M4, 7, Syntiant accelerator, brain chip, the latest Akida 15. You can run sensor fusion and audio classification with 50 kilobytes of RAM. And then you want image classification, you need the bigger devices. Bigger devices means bigger microcontroller. Today, microcontroller have 2 meg RAM, 4 meg RAM, so I can run image classification on a neural processing unit, like an Ethos accelerator, or a brain chip accelerator, or a SIVA accelerator, or Synopsys accelerator. And then, if you really want to run complex image and voice complexity, normally it will be a microprocessor, so Linux machine, small Linux machine, up to big GPUs, because we fully, for sure, supporting NVIDIA. And these are glimpses of names. I believe you recognize one of them, or some of them, or you work with them. You work with ST, you work with NXP, with Renesas, you work with TI, you work with Infineon. This is our value. We are not obliged to one supplier. When you want to talk to Infineon, Infineon acquired Imagimob, and Imagimob is doing a great job for Infineon. Great. We are also supporting Infineon, PSOX, and we're able to support that. ST bought Cartesium. They have their own Cube AI and Nano Edge. Great. We support that as well. And you can check if ST is better than others, and you can utilize that. And you can see microprocessors and up to the GPUs. And this is only the beginning. Every month, new announcement, and you can check our latest announcement about what is coming. Now, this is Edge Impulse. And this is half of the story of today. So we are able to run the models on microcontrollers, microprocessors, GPUs, and even ready-made product, gateways or cameras. And 1 year ago, we started confidentially working with an unknown company. You never heard about it. It's called NVIDIA. And NVIDIA said to us, we have something special. And what is special is that we created a platform, a toolkit called NVIDIA Tau. And we have a vision because we want to connect edge devices to us. And we said, what? We deep and dive, we understand what they wanted. And this was the announcement we did at the GTC in March. It was that we are able to optimize NVIDIA Tau models. Okay, the Tau toolkit contains Tau models like a Model Zoo, but not only. It's a platform that is able to run on any microcontrollers or microprocessor. So this is the first thing we did. The second thing we did, we connected our platform to NVIDIA Omniverse. NVIDIA Omniverse is a tool that are able to run synthetic data, so then more data, it's better to you. Digital twin. If I'm in a factory, they will give me only X amount of time to take videos or to do whatever I want because the factory need to work. So then with Omniverse, you can create a digital twin of the images or the videos that you want. And it's synthetic data. And on top of that, the connection with NVIDIA is that we are able to run our solution on NVIDIA production ready. Why? Because there are so many NVIDIA technologies in the market, and so many engineers are coming to us and saying, we love to work with NVIDIA Jetson, but we don't have a clue on NVIDIA. Excellent. Same story for microcontrollers or microprocessors you can run in NVIDIA. So our collaboration with NVIDIA is to enable the Tau models, and you will see it in a second, productionalize their solution into our platform, and using a synthetic data platform that is able to do magic. So this was the announcement.
Now, with Edge Impulse, you can port NVIDIA Tau GPU models to any hardware, from tiny MCUs to NPUs with AI accelerators. Use NVIDIA Omniverse for synthetic dataset generation and model validation pre-deployment. Directly deploy from Edge Impulse to production-ready hardware like the NVIDIA Jetson Orin. Edge Impulse automates these cutting-edge tools to make your products faster, more powerful, and cost-effective than ever before. Join me in Edge Impulse at NVIDIA GTC to learn more.
Good. So, what is the magic? The magic is that we have a tool called NVIDIA Tau that we integrated into the platform. Meaning that, think about that. A small company like NVIDIA is able to run models on their GPUs, and it was tested and productionalized. Think about this. This is a Advantech box running NVIDIA Jetson Orange GPU inside. It's productionalized. You take it, you plug it, it works. This is a $500 machine. Now, with this toolkit, we are able to take that models that NVIDIA developed and run to run on a small microcontroller board like that. So, what does it mean? It means, as Jenny mentioned, there is a Onyx Model Zoo, and this is from the NVIDIA website. So there is an AutoML functionality. We support AutoML functionality. There is training optimization. We support training optimization. There is an augmentation optimization. There is a lot of quantization being done on the models, being done by NVIDIA. And what we did, we Docker contained to our platform. So yeah, you can go to nvidia.com and Google Tau, and you are able to test it. But in the same time, if you want something simple, you just go to Edge Impulse, and on the deployment page that I just showed you, you are able to see that we are able to deploy already fully productionalized NVIDIA models like NVIDIA Tau RetinaNet or NVIDIA Tau YOLO V3 or NVIDIA Tau YOLO V4. These ones were made by NVIDIA, productionalized, tested on big GPUs, so they know what they are doing, and now we are helping them to deploy it on the edge. Now, this is how it looks like, very simple. So you literally can deploy and click that button and see a YOLO V3 running, tested on NVIDIA GPUs or running on microcontrollers. And this is the flow. So the flow is a real customer example. We started to work with a customer in US. And what the customer is doing, they want to recognize pallets. You know, there is a forklift with a camera, and they want to see how many pallets are coming in and out because they want to track it. So we create a digital twin of the pallets after we were already in the factory. We synthesize the models with the digital twin. We used the auto label functionality of Edge Impulse. We integrated the NVIDIA Tau because at that point, YOLO V3 was a good fit for them. And we are able to run them on different type of applications. So this is how it looks like. You will see a camera that was from this Advantech here, taking a picture on a forklift coming and recognize pallets. And there was another one, not this exactly, it was the same microcontroller with a camera on the other side. And this is the video. I want you to look at the video a couple of times, okay? So what you see here, from the second it started, he recognized the pallets. He recognized the pallets. Yeah, it's NVIDIA Jetson Orange GPU. For sure, it's the best in the world. 100 plus frames per second, big recognition, everything is perfect. This is how it should be. But in the same time, we created the same model running on Renesas Cortex M85, latest announcement from ARM, microcontroller. Now, you will see in the beginning that when it comes, and this is 5 to 10 frames per second. So let's see it from the beginning. In the beginning, here, sorry. Yeah, so there is no recognition. There is no recognition. One, another one, another one. And then when we are getting closer, it's recognize, 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 and then he knows the pallets. And you can see the percentage here. Now, people are saying, it's nothing. This is a $500 GPU. This is a $5 microcontroller. The good enough can be good enough, meaning that if I train more data, it will be good for my application. And what we see, a lot of customers are coming to us and saying, I have my AI model running on NVIDIA, but it's big. How I can move it with this? And then how you make it better with the Omniverse. So for that specific customer, we told them, let's add more synthetic data. With more synthetic data, your model will be perfect. So we added the functionality of the synthetic data into the platform, and it's a real customer. And then what happened, you see it on the bottom. This is a real view from our platform. So these are real data on the top. This is not a real data. It's a synthetic data. It's look the same, and I will make it big in a second, but this is really part of our platform. You will be able to do it. It's not that complex. So this is how a synthetic data look like. You see, This is not real. It's a digital twin of that. And then this is how the palettes look like in the platform. This is already a screenshot from our platform. Data deployment, data creation, tuning, modeling, testing to deployment. It's a real customer example, and NVIDIA loved that. We presented at the GTC, and it's a magic because the complete journey is you create synthetic data in the platform using the Omniverse replicator. You select out of the 80 Tau models we are supporting now, more to come. You train the Tau models using the GPUs in the cloud, and this is the secret sauce. Why NVIDIA will do that? They are losing their business. NVIDIA didn't want to sell a $10 microcontrollers. They don't care about $50 IMX SOMs, but they want that all global training will be in their cloud. The cloud business, the $50,000 GPU that they are selling, I want the global training of all microcontroller, all microprocessor, all neural network engine will be on my cloud. This is where the money comes. I don't care about the $5 microcontroller. I leave it to all semiconductors companies. And then you deploy it and train it on the edge. And this is the magic. And I will recommend you to go register at edgeimpulse.com, start playing around. Because as many users will come, this is how we win together. So what we are doing, we are supercharging Edge AI with NVIDIA production ready. We are supercharging AI with NVIDIA Tau models, and we are supercharging NVIDIA utilizing NVIDIA tools like the Omniverse. We are all supporting NVIDIA. NVIDIA love that. And now we are going to run these models on any microcontroller. I just shared the Renesas latest Cortex M85, but we're supporting all the microcontrollers. It will help you to reduce the BOM, the power, and everything that you want. Because again, everybody starts with NVIDIA, but NVIDIA will not be in the edge of everything. What is the business model? So it's free. You can just go and register. When you register to edgeimpulse.com, you get 20 minutes compute time, 4 GB or 4 hours of data, 1 seat, and then it's totally free. If you want to utilizing the Tau, you register to the enterprise trial for 14 days, and then we are a software platform company. It can go from $1,000 per month with a 1-year contract up to $20,000 per month with a 1-year contract, depend how many users, how many seats, how many data, do you need support, and all of that. Now, if you are a small company, and even that is expensive for you, we just announced our professional platform. So using your credit card as low as $400 per month, you can just buy a license. Same license you bought for a compiler, same license you are buying for a tool, you are buying our licenses. And then you can utilizing the platform. So what Edge Impulse is doing, we develop EdgeML application in a simple way. We simplify the message, we democratize EdgeML, so everybody will be able to do that. And then ingest data, format, acquire, process, retrain it, and deploy, and you can do it AutoML over and over again. This is what we are doing. We are simplifying Edge to the makers and the community and the developers. My name is Amir Sherman. You can talk to me later on. Thank you very much. We have 1 or 2 minutes for questions. If somebody, any question? Yeah. Here.
Hi, my name is Karthik. So, NVIDIA Tau models are primarily for vision-based applications. How about machine data, device data, sensor data? How can we leverage your platform with the power of NVIDIA or
Excellent.
for training purposes?
Right.
So that is
Question 1, okay?
Yeah. The second question is, would you be able to help in training at the edge?
Okay, so the training on the edge.
Yeah.
Okay, so first question is that, are we supporting not only computer vision? As you understand, NVIDIA was developed computer vision into the market. So 95% of current Tau models are computer vision, 5% are not. For some predictive maintenance and anomaly detection, there are. We are going to support it. It's part of our roadmap. So the answer is yes. But again, NVIDIA was made for computer vision. So question number 1. Question number 2 about training on the edge. we are working with specific companies that are doing OTAs. Okay, so on the fly, on the edge, and there is some capabilities of utilizing gateway in the edge because in the end, to train in the edge, you need to have access to the cloud to send the data back. So as I shared it here, you see that there is an option to retrain. It's a case-by-case functionality. Normally, it's connected to white labeling that we are working with some companies, but the answer is yes. And thank you for the two questions. Okay? Yeah, please.
So that would be a white label solution that you could provide
Correct.
to the
customer, to you.
Okay.
And we can talk about it later on if you want.
Sure. Great. Thank
Okay?
you.
Thank you very much. So thank you very much, everybody. Hope to see you soon.